Today we're going to be learning about 6 ways to make people like you. And like for me personally, I think when people like you, you will be welcome anyway. Do this and you be welcome anyway. You know, Dale Carnegie asks, why read this book to find out to win friends? Why not study the technique of the greatest winner of friends that the world has ever known? Who is he? You may meet him tomorrow coming down the street. When you get within 10 feet of him, he will begin to wag his tail. If you stop and pat him, he will almost jump out of his skin to show you how much he likes you. And you know that behind this show of affection on his part, there are no ulterior motives. He doesn't want to sell you any real estate, and he doesn't want to marry you. So, did you ever stop and think that a dog is the only animal that doesn't have to work for a living? A hen has to lay eggs, a cow has to give milk, and a canary has to sing, but a dog makes his living by giving you nothing but love. So, what should you really understand from this? So, these are just examples of life. The friend that you could meet could be the guy that you're going to be walking down the street. You might walk down the street, bump into him, and then you can start making a friend there. So, you need to understand, if we merely try to impress people and get people interested in us, we will never have many true, sincere friends. Friends, real friends, are not made that way. It's true. If you're always going to try to impress people, doing things to impress people just to make people happy all the time, you're not going to get real, sincere friends. It's not going to be a friend friend. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a friend that will last forever. It's not going to be the type of friend that you can say loud and proud, okay, yeah, this guy is my friend. He's my friend since day one. So, it's very important. So, make sure that you stop impressing people just because you've done something great or anything. Just be yourself. So, there's a quote that says, it is the individual who is not interested in his fellow man who has the greatest difficulties in life and provides the greatest injuries to others. It is from among such individuals that all human failures spring. Excuse me. What this quote really means is that the different psychological thinking of people when they're with their friends. There's gonna be lots of people that will just think, they for example they'll go to a shop, they buy new shoes, and then they come over and show it to their friends, and start bragging about it and start saying, "Oh, look at my new shoes! Look what I got yesterday." Um, those aren't gonna be your real friends. I can tell you that for a fact because something I experienced myself. When you're in school and then I watched a video, I learned the hard way is that the friends that are really your friends are actually the ones that are actually going to be there for you. So I watched this video and then it said, if you were to die tomorrow, who would be there? Who would be there for you? I asked a question. And after that person asked a question, I was like, that's a really good question to be honest. Because in life, it's very hard to find people who are great, to find people who are actually trustworthy. Because today in society, people they like to pretend, they like to manipulate people. So it's like, if we were to die today, who would actually be there for you? Who would be there with you? Who would be there actually supporting you? Who actually really care about you? So sometimes you need to ask yourself the reality. Just like for example in school, I can actually be friends that you have in school. You can tell me, the likelihood of you having those friends are probably really slim. You may have a really good best friend, and it's just even more than friends. It's like a family. But those who have relationships don't really last as long as if you have the same mindset and the same attitude too. So that's one thing you need to understand as well, is that whenever you come face to face with people, I always make sure that make it a memorable moment. Make it something that they will never forget. Make it something that they're going to want to be your friend. So that's the thing that I learned today. To make people like you, it's very important because people don't like you, of course, they're not going to want to be around you. So the thing I'd actually tell you to do is probably just to be yourself. Most important things to be yourself and stop trying to impress people just because you want to seek or gain pleasure. So yeah, so those are the ways you can get people to like you.